disrespectful, a game that genuinely doesn't care about your opinions. Yet you come back asking for more and more and more. Yeah, that's right, we're speaking Frog Fractions, a flash game with one sole purpose: trolling you forever. Finally, the first episode of Hidden Games starring me, Kitcha. Right now, most people probably know me as a YouTuber, musician, and so on, but I've also been a huge gamer my whole life. Hidden Games will bring the spotlight to those games that you either have not heard of or simply have forgotten. And since I'm going to hype the ass out of these games, I'm introducing the Frenzy Meter. For every reason or argument I lay out on the table about how friggin' amazing the game I'm talking about is, this meter will rise. And the highest amount we can reach is 100%, but most games will probably not reach that high. I mean, reaching over 70% in this show, it's friggin' awesome. With introductions aside, Frog Fractions. You know something is up right from the start. Just look at the smug face we're presented with at the title screen. He's obviously hiding something. Then we're thrown right into this generic flash game. I mean, this incredibly ordinary gameplay instantly drops any guard you might have. Oh, it's a crappy Space Invaders clone. Yay. This game is named Frog Fractions without reason. That's right, your score is counted entirely in fractions. Note that you don't need to actually know shit about fractions. It's just a mind-fuckingly weird yet core detail added to the game. Because it's fun or something, nobody really knows. The developers are trolls. And this just shows that the vibes are overall really great. Being a flash game, it's pretty well made. You defend your fruit from invading insects by eating these weird insects, all while the fruits ripe and gets added to your inventory. The more fruit you protect, the more power-ups you can afford to buy between each stage. And the descriptions are hilarious, you can feel that the developers had an eye for humor. Fractions aside, let's speak about the power-ups themselves. Just in your first couple of minutes playing this game, you can net overpowered upgrades like instant lock-on and a splash-like function that lets you net loads of bugs in just one go, all while some other upgrades are practically worthless. For example, a toad you can slowly swim around with, and a cybernetics brain that makes you smarter, and I mean like book smarter. Instead of fractions, you now see I don't even know. Unless you're a math genius, I'd stay out from that one. However, there are loads of higher tier power-ups that require you to upgrade the earlier ones, so you get a great incentive to continue. You just want to find out how great the higher tier upgrades are, until you get the dragon upgrade, allowing you to roam the screen however you want, but with the added catch of turning this game into a friggin' bullet hell with bullets everywhere. To make matters even worse, the next upgrade costs a friggin' 25,000 fruits, and you're earning around 5 to 8 fruits every round at average. There's no reasonable way to progress from here on. Part of you probably wants to rage quit by now, but you can't do that! You just know that something weird is up. And then it happens. You accidentally swim down on screen and find a whooping screen filled with fruit. Taking it increases the amount of fruit you get to, what, 50? 100? No, it changes to like a billion. Like a billion. By now I was so confused I just didn't know what to believe anymore. To make you question your sanity even further, the next upgrade suddenly throws you into space, and now you have a full-blown bullet hell stage with Star Fox-ish dialogues. Please note that all of this also happens so fast that you don't even get to familiarize yourself with the change before you beat the Denmark stage. And suddenly, you're thrown into a friggin' visual novel inspired by Phoenix Wright or something. And now you have to make choices to acquire a visa allowing you to stay in Mars. And the game modes just keep changing from here on. Explore a dungeon, text-based adventure, DDR, business simulator running a country by creating bug porn. There's no end to this madness. And it's frankly speaking impossible to go more in depth without spoiling the details. But let me point this out. This game doesn't care. It simply doesn't care at all. It disregards every single thought and objection residing in your mind and keeps trolling you all the way. But more importantly, and this is why I decided including the game on this show, you appreciate this. You appreciate the trolling and just want more and more and more. If you by coincidence happen to be a huge Terry Pratchett fan, you might know that there is one salesman in its universe who sells incredibly disgusting sausages, but people keep coming back for more and more because his sale pitch is so on point. Frog Fraction plays on the same card, presenting you the most unconventional gameplay you've ever seen in a way that you just keep on consuming it. This makes Frog Fractions really important considering our modern gaming market filled with in-game purchases and a huge thirst for making money amongst many developers. The devs behind Frog Fractions are one of those few heroes taking up the fight for innovation, breaking all modern gaming conventions you can think of. Even so, they managed to raise a $70,000 crowdfunding for a sequel. And that's actually all you need to know about this game. Now go and play it, really. Anything more I say will just take away the experience of playing this game. Frog Fractions is the first game in a long time that I just wanted to keep on playing and playing. Not because I wanted to level up, not because I wanted new weapons or anything, but because I was genuinely interested in the game and where it was heading. And that's so unusual these days. So I can only say this as a parting statement. Go for it, Frog Fractions. Dominate this world with the innovation and weirdness you're producing. Woo! 75%, that's really great. And hey, that's it for me. This was the first episode of my weekly show Hidden Games. And this is actually the first week of DarkBad TV, so it's extra important that you leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought about this show. Be sure to subscribe to us so you don't miss out on any of the awesome content we're gonna release every single week. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, let's stay hidden. I can't believe I began with the game Frog Fractions. Let's see what game I cover next week. Probably something more obscure than this week. Is that even possible? We'll find out.